Tonight's main event, we focus on one of the best weapons in robot combat history, the Flipper. Over 20 years of history being pioneered by the legendary Chaos 2 and being used so much today by legends such as Apollo and Bronco from Robot Wars and BattleBots respectively. Hello, the Builder Boy back with LEGO Robot Combat Series 7, Episode 7. Today, we have a fantastic main event lined up for you guys tonight. It's America Patrol versus Dan Tomkia, two of the best flippers LEGO Robot Combat has ever seen. We have some hardy all-stars like Hellraiser taking on previous grand finalist Avalanche, Bot of Italy, Yugoslav Yeater for the Great Yugoslav-Italian War, and two shark bots in Sharko and Sharkhead to see who's the better shark. But first, it is time for Avalanche and Hellraiser to try and go 2-0.
3, 2, 1, activate! Cease.
After a hard-fought battle from both sides, the judges have turned in a unanimous decision. And the winner, moving on 2-0, is Avalanche. Well done to Avalanche. They have locked their spot in the top 32. Hellraiser, they can still get in with the 1-2 record, but I think it's best for them to try and win their next match. Not a bad loss to a previous top 8 finisher. Next up, we have Yugoslav Yeater, hailing from Chaotic Robotics, who defeated Blizzard in the first episode of this season. and Bot of Italy defeating Fart Dust Invader, also in Episode 1. This will be an interesting match of clashing flipper styles. Let's head down to the arena.
3, 2, 1, activate! Cease.
Despite Bot of Italy's best efforts, it's the more well-controlled front hinge flipper from Yugoslav Yeater that takes the win. Next up, we have two winless bots in Tongue Twister and Waluigi Hat, because we're not going to say the full name. I'm just not.
3, 2, 1, activate! Cease.
And Tongue Twister flips over Waluigi Hat, moving on 1-1. Tongue Twister just needs to win one more fight to lock in their spot. But now, we have Possibly Gonna Fail, taking on Blood God. Both bots had great showings in their first fights of the season, so it's now time for one of them to move on 2-0.
3, 2, 1, activate! Cease.
Oh boy, what a powerful hammer Blood God has. Absolutely tearing that bar of PGF in half, battering it into submission and flipping it over. Well done to Blood God with a very convincing KO, moving on to 1 and 2. Next up, it's the Battle of the Sharks. The 1-0 Sharko, who won an untelevised match against Serpentine earlier in the season, will take on Sharkhead, who lost a main event match against the well-driven Crave Monster. Can Sharko pull off the monumental upset and take down the most devastating weapon that LEGO Robot Combat has ever seen? Let's find out.
3, 2, 1. Activate. Cease.
Sharkhead proves it's the better Shark bot and saves its record, going 1 and 1. Sharko falls to 1 and 1. Now we have Unis Honest, who is currently 1 and 1, going up against another 1 and 1 bot in Strike. This fight will finish out both of the qualifying matches for these two bots this season, so this is a very important high-stakes match. A win here will guarantee their spot in the top 32.
3, 2, 1. Activate. Cease.
Strike has won in such a devastating fashion. Moves on 2 and 1. Shame to Unis Honest. They can try and scrape in with a 1 and 2 record, but it's not guaranteed. But now, the moment you guys have all been waiting for, the main event. It's Dan Tomkia from Britain and American Patrol from the United States. This will be a fun, flippin' fantastic fight. Let's head down to the arena.
3, 2, 1. Activate. cease.
And Dan Tom Kia shows how it's done, ooting American Patrol and showing that the UK sure does know how to make a good flipper. Well done to Dan Tom Kia, moving on 2-0. You've locked in your spot. American Patrol just needs to win its next fight to lock in their spot as well. As a recap, Avalanche absolutely dominates and bullies Hellraiser around the arena. Yugoslav comes out on top on the Yugoslav-Italian War. Tongue Twister gets an easy victory against the Waluigi Hat. Possibly gonna fails against Blood God. Sharkhead proves it's the better shark bot. Strike bowls over Unus Annus. And Dan Tom Kia proves it's the better flipper of the two. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Baby Boy out.